Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to dive in and play around with these new lipsticks. I am so excited about these. I purchased 8 of the new MAC Dazzlelips Crayons. I want to try them on, play with some different combos, and give you my initial first impression. So of course I will link them down below, as well as all the other makeup that I'm wearing. If you're excited about this launch, give this video a thumbs up. And if you're new here, I hope you stick around and subscribe. And let's go ahead and get into it. So we are in the throes of new makeup holiday launches. So many different brands are coming out with beautiful holiday collections, and I've been really excited about a few of them, and this is one of them. So these are the new MAC Dazzlelips Crayons. So I purchased 8 shades. There are 12 shades in total, and I just think they are so fun and beautiful, especially some of these like grungy tones. So these are $28 each. I will link them down below. You can get them at a couple different retailers. I have to say that the promo photos on these got me. They were so gorgeous. So I'm really excited to try this formula. But they also came out with the Dazzle Collection, and it's 6 new products. We have some duochrome shadows, glitter shadows, metallic shadows, these Dazzle lips, I think some highlighters. There's kind of a whole array of products. So I will have links to those down below. I did buy one of the liquid Dazzle shadows, so I will be using that in an upcoming video. But today I really wanted to focus in on these lip crayons. So I wanted to show you the packaging. Each of them I love has the actual shade wrapped around. So I do think that that's really helpful if you are buying multiples. Although I will say that a few of them look very similar in the packaging. So if you go crazy like I do, you might be looking at these like, wow, these all look the same, but they're definitely not. I have not even swatched these or anything. So let's start off with this pink shade. So what I'm gonna do is zoom you in, and then I want to swatch them on my hand, swatch them on my lips, and then at the end I'm gonna play around with some different like lip liners and different combos just so you can see how they would look with and without liner. I personally would not wear them without lip liner. I know some people would, and people get really upset about that. So we're gonna do both. So let's start off with the shade Spaced Out. This shade looked so beautiful. Now these are a true crayon. I think that this was kind of their bring back of their frosted lips. They're so glittery. Like they're not, to me, they don't appear to be just like frosty. They appear to have actual glitter in them. So let's go ahead and apply this shade. And as I said, I'm just gonna be using these without a lip liner first so you can see the true color. They feel pretty lightweight on the lips too. So here is the shade Spaced Out. I think this is so fun. It is so like Barbie-esque. In terms of the texture, it's very lightweight, almost like a balm kind of feel. And I don't feel the grits really, like there's no thick grit. It just feels, I guess, how like a foiled or metallic lipstick would feel. I'm not feeling like chunks of glitter. I wouldn't wear this alone, but I do think this would be really pretty on top of certain lipsticks and lip liners. So this is the first shade called Spaced Out. Next, let's go in with Chandelier. This is another kind of lighter shade. This has that copper sort of color to it. So let's go ahead and apply. Now this one feels and looks a little bit more, I would say, metallic than the first one. It's kind of interesting because if you look at the swatch and then also on my lips, this has more of that like foiled metallic look. It's still very pretty. The first shade had more of that like glitter, almost like those Dior lip glitters that you would rub your lips together and then the glitter would show up. That was what the first one reminded me of, but this one is more of like a standard metallic. But in saying that, I do feel like this one is much more wearable for a lot of different skin tones. And if you add a little bit of this to really any of your like Your Lips But Better or nude lipsticks, I think it would be really beautiful. So I'm actually really happy with this shade. So this is the second color called Chandelier. Next we have the shade Lightning Bug. This one is more in the realm of the purpley shades, which I just find so beautiful in this kind of like frosty metallic finish. This one kind of flips. It almost looks like it's gonna be kind of like a flip from that purple, I don't know, to maybe like a greenish blue. So let's start applying. This one is really, really fun. I like this shade because I do feel like even though it is that purple kind of flip, it seems more wearable. You can pair this with, again, any of your like vampy lip colors, or just add a little bit to the center, and it really has that gorgeous like purple pink shift to it. And this one seems more on par with the first shade that I tried, in that it has that like frosty look, but there are glitter particles in there. So it does give you that really like glittery lip look. So this one is kind of a dark horse for me. This one is Lightning Bug. Next, I want to go in with Gemstone. Now this one does have that kind of blue brown flip, and this seems, just upon swatching it, like more of a metallic finish. So it depends on which color you choose. Some of them seem to have more of like that glittery sparkle. This one seems more metallic. So let's try this on and see. I actually like the crayon. I feel like it's pretty easy to shape and line. And the formula doesn't feel like too slippy, but it also doesn't feel dry. Okay, this is pretty cool. So this is Gemstone on the lips. As I thought from the swatch, this definitely is more of a metallic sort of shift. So you're not gonna get glitter throughout this one, but I think it makes it oddly wearable. This would be really beautiful with just like a matte smoky eye. I think this is so fun, but again, just feels a little bit more approachable than, let's say, like the pink shade that we started out with. I think this is gonna be a fan favorite. The flip just adds a little bit of pizzazz. So this one is really, really beautiful. This is Gemstone. Next, we have one of the fun colors I was really excited about. So this is Lunar Violet, and it's supposed to be a really, really glittery metallic purple. Yeah, you can tell by swatching this one that it has loads of glitter. So this one I was really excited about. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I also appreciate that these are quite buildable, so I don't find them to be intimidating or hard to apply. You could do kind of like a wash if you wanted to, or you can really build them up like I am. So I think that they will be easy to use for like every skin tone. Oh yeah, this one's fun. And I think this one is gonna look incredible with a really kind of like deep vampy lip liner, or just pressed in the center of your lips. This one may be the most like sparkly, glittery thus far. So I'm excited to try this as a topper to kind of tone it down, but I love that you can do that. You can play around and go full throttle if you want to, or you can kind of add these into different lip combos. So this one is Lunar Violet. The next shade I picked up is called Mauve Matter. I'm really intrigued to see how these translate on the lips, because in the component, they all look similar, like in the actual packaging, but you can see that this one has a really pretty like cranberry burgundy base with gold foil, and it looks like it does have some glitter in there. So let's try this one out. Right off the bat, this one is feeling more foily, but I do see glitter in there too. This is really, really pretty. Wow, like for fall or holidays. I'm trying to like stay inside the lines as best I can. Okay, I love this shade. Love, love, love this shade. Wow, I just think this is so beautiful. Again, with any of your fall or winter makeup looks, this might be my favorite. I don't know. I need to watch my footage back, but this is so flattering and gorgeous. And it does have more of a foil type of look because of that shift, like that gold shift, but I do see sparkles throughout as well, which I really like. So I love this color, absolutely love it. This one is Mauve Matter. Two more to go before we get into playing around with some different lip liners, but I have Cosmic Plum. Now this one has, oh wow. You know what? maybe I was wrong about that other shade being like the blue brown. That's what I was thinking of for MAC, because this is giving blue brown and this has visible glitter. So I think this is gonna be absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, this one is like really, really glittery. Ooh, this is fun. So this is Cosmic Plum all over the lips. This one is really, really intense. Very, very dramatic, like iridescent. It has that beautiful flip to it, kind of like my nails actually, now that I'm looking at my nails. We have all of the vibes here. So I definitely get that like cosmic sort of feel from this one, not for the faint of heart. This one is like really intense and fun. I do find this less wearable than that other shade that was called Gemstone. So here they are next to each other so you can see, very, very similar. But on the lips, this is just much more of that like flip and glittery, where Gemstone is more wearable. So I do prefer Gemstone just because I feel like it's just easier to wear, but this one is definitely like bam in your face. So this one is Cosmic Plum. The last shade that I picked up is called Grapeful. Okay, this is a really pretty, I would say it's gonna be sparkly but wearable deep purple. Kind of matches my shirt today. Yeah, this one is more pigmented. So it almost feels like a full body frosted lipstick rather than just like an iridescent sort of glitter topper. This one is definitely the most pigmented out of the ones that I tried, not only because it's the deeper shade, but it has more base pigment. So it really does have that like full body lipstick level of pigment with that beautiful shine on top. And interestingly, this one almost appears on the lips like it has a glossy topper. It's not necessarily foiled, or it doesn't look fully foiled like some of the other shades that I tried, and it's not glittery. It's just almost like you have a little bit of a, I don't know, layer of like Vaseline or something shiny on top. I think this is gorgeous. Like this, I would definitely wear again with just like a really natural eye look. I think a lot of people would love this shade. It's really, really beautiful, but yet I believe wearable. So really, really love this one. This one is called Grateful. So now that I've tried all of the shades on separately, I wanted to play around with a couple lip combos just to give you some inspiration on how you could play around with these and add them to different looks, different liners, different lipsticks. So I wanted to keep this on and line with this ABH lip liner in Amethyst. This is one of her newer shades. It's a really beautiful, like rich grape purple kind of hue. So I thought this would be pretty with this lip. So I'm just gonna line, and I'm just gonna kind of do the best I can in terms of like precision, because my lips are already screaming. So this is how I personally would wear this shade. Like even just looking at the top lip to the bottom, I prefer a lined lip, just something more structured on myself. So here is Grateful with a lip liner from ABH. I think this is the perfect combination. And again, this shade is really unique. Out of all the ones that I tried, it actually looks like it's wet on the lips. It's interesting how some of these have like a straight metallic foil frosty finish. Some are more glittery, some are more pigmented, some are more sheer. So hopefully my swatches are helping you kind of see what they look like on the lips. But this is one of my favorite shades just because it has this really beautiful kind of shift and gloss to it, but it's not in your face frost. Definitely one of the standouts for me. But I want to go ahead and just remove the inside and play around with a couple of the shades with this lip liner. This lip liner is so beautiful. It's one of the new colors from ABH. I bought all four and I just think it's like so unique to my collection. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Mauve Matter just to see how these would fit together. This has that really pretty like gold cranberry shift to it, but I do still think it works with this lip liner, it just pulls it a little bit more on the kind of purple side rather than completely going into that like rich cranberry. This one's really pretty though. Like this was definitely a standout for me as well. So you can definitely play around with different tones. I'm just gonna make sure that I didn't lose all of this. And I'm gonna apply some lightning bug, focusing it like on the center here, kind of blending into that liner. And with that amethyst lip liner, I do feel like this is pulling much more purple. You are getting that really pretty kind of like pink purple shift, but I do think that you can manipulate these with lip liner and lipsticks to kind of suit your needs. So I want to go ahead and remove this lip liner completely, and let's try a whole nother combo entirely. So I went ahead and lined my lips with ABH Midnight Rouge, and I want to use this Hung Van Gogh lipstick. This is in the color 88. I've not used this before. Kind of like concealer lips shade. So I want to start there, and then I want to play around and add on a little bit of Chandelier. I'm trying to not mess up my base, but with all of these dark lip liners. Okay, that's really beautiful. So this is just sort of showing you how you can make these a little bit more subdued if you want them to be. This is just a deeper liner with any nude lipstick, and it just adds a really pretty element to the lips without being too much. So I want to remove this, stay with this liner, and I'm gonna add a little bit of this bright grapefruit shade from MAC. I haven't used this, but I bought it. It's actually really pretty. It swatches like very, very intense, but I bought it with the intent to sheer it out. So I'm just kind of blending it into that liner. And then I'm gonna take some Spaced Out and just add a tiny bit of it, just to add a little bit of sparkle. And excuse my messy application, I'm gonna have to like redo the entire bottom of my face here, but this is how I would personally wear this shade called Spaced Out. So you can really play around and just kind of add little hints of glimmer or glitter without making it too over the top. I think this is a really pretty shade, especially if you like those like baby pink lip looks, which I absolutely love. So I went ahead and switched my lip liner again. This is the Izamaya Beauty in Liberica, and I wanted to take a little bit of Flesh Pot from MAC, just in the center here. And then I'm gonna take Gemstone and add this. So this just basically matches that lip liner. I don't know if it's working with what I have on, and I do prefer more of a defined lip line. But again, you can kind of tone these down and change them up depending on what you put underneath. So I'm trying to decide what I want to put on for my outro of this video, and then give you my initial first impressions and which shades stand out to me. All right, guys, so I cleaned up as best as I could, but I want to give you my initial first impressions on this launch. I think these are absolutely beautiful and fun, and I can't really grasp all of the possibilities in one video, so I do want to play around with these more and just add them to different lip combos. I feel like the possibilities are truly endless, but the way that I'm wearing it right now is how I will likely be reaching for these. The standout shades to me, just upon my first impression, have to be Grateful #1. This was the last shade that I used. It is so pigmented and beautiful. It almost looks wet on the lips. just a really sophisticated sort of frost look without being like too Tin Man. So this one is going to be a top pick for me. And then for my nude lips, I knew I was gonna like Spaced Out. When I put Spaced Out on alone, I hated it. Like it looked horrible on me, but using it with pinky nude lips is exactly what I was going for. And then I also have to shout out Mauve Matter. This one is so beautiful. It's like a kind of burgundy gold shift. It just looks like foil metal on the lips. So I want to play around more, but those were the top 3 that I can like think in my head. Yes, I love those. I do also want to watch my footage back and of course kind of change what eye makeup I'm wearing, what blush I'm wearing, what shirt I'm wearing, and again, just mix and match. But I do think that these are very comfortable. They're a balm type formula, so they're not drying on the lips, but they're not a gloss or oil that's sliding all over. And I do like that they come in a crayon so you can be more precise if you want to kind of outline or get around your Cupid's bow. I do think that some of them are more glittery, some are more metallic, and then as I said, some are more pigmented. So hopefully my try on did help you decide what colors you want to check out. But I think this is just something fun, but also wearable. And I was just really excited about these. So I'm going to continue to play around with these and I will update and just mention my favorites in an upcoming video. But I hope you did enjoy this video nonetheless. If you did find it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And I will link all of the lipsticks down below at various retailers and then also the rest of the makeup that I'm wearing today. I hope you guys did enjoy this video and had fun just playing around with some new products that excited me. So if you're new here, I hope you stick around and subscribe. As always, thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.